Okay, I saw Joe reacting to this. So what fuckery am I getting into now?
Okay, I'm going to be honest here. Nintendo did not do anything wrong.
Oh, okay. So obviously, I'm not high enough for this. Okay, let's get retarded.
They've never done anything wrong. They are the perfect company for consumers. And
Okay, I find that a little hard to believe considering the fact that they're overpricing video games at $80 and the Switch 2, despite being 450, I would say nobody would have really had a problem with it, which is what everyone has said. They wouldn't have had a problem getting a Switch 2 if the games weren't priced the way they were. Really simple as. So I don't really see how Nintendo can be this perfect company for consumers, as you so say.
and the reason why they're a perfect company for consumers is because people love giving them money.
Um, just because people love giving a company money doesn't mean that they're perfect for consumers. So does that mean PlayStation is a perfect company because people love giving them money? Does that mean Xbox is a perfect company because they love giving them money? Does that make Steam a perfect company because people love giving them money? Does it make GOG a perfect freaking little app because people like to give them money? The answer is no. See, Joe couldn't fight back on that point, but I can.
And nobody forced you to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 for $500 or whatever price.
Okay, nobody forced anyone to buy a PlayStation 5. Like, what? What? Like, what are we doing here? Nobody forced me to buy an Xbox Series S. I bought that on my own because my Xbox One literally freaking hard crashed. So obviously, I'm going to get the next Xbox because I don't want my Xbox One to hard crash on me again. Do you get it? That's why I bought the Xbox Series S because I don't want my Xbox One to hard crash while I'm in the middle of playing a game, like it did when I was playing Overwatch. But now I'm on a PC. So what are we doing here?
Price it is now. Nobody forced you to buy Mario Kart World for $80. Nobody forced you to buy.
Look, if we're gonna do this, then I could easily just make the argument that nobody forced you to make this video. Nobody pressed you to hit record. Like nobody pressed you to say these words.
Donkey Kong banana splits for $80. Nobody forced
Also, you're not funny.
you to buy the Pro controller, whatever it is now, for $70. Nobody forced you to buy Pokemon Bank for $5 a month.
Look, isn't it funny how he's talking all about Nintendo being perfect and whatnot, and later in the video we're gonna see him defend Nintendo even more. But mind you, the term that he uses,
Are $3 a month. Nobody forced you to buy Pokemon A Legends AZ for.
Legend ZA. I mean, if you're gonna talk shit, at least get the name of the game right. And saying AZ is really not funny. Ugh, I cannot get over that fucking furry. I can't get over that fucking persona. It looks so fucking dumb. I'm sorry, it looks so fucking dumb.
Is probably another. It's either $70 or $80 or something along those lines. I think that they are one of the best companies in the world because they really know how to milk their fan base for everything they're worth. They're making their fan base empty their wallets out. Think about is that a bad thing?
I mean, when you're not giving them anything worth their money, yeah, that is a bad thing. It's like PlayStation using the PS5 Pro and the PS Portal to try to get back whatever money they could from the horrible, horrible decision that was Firewalk's Concord. I mean, everybody saw that writing on the wall. Everybody knew what they were trying to do, and with Nintendo pricing things as they are, we know that they're trying to cover for their legal expenses with this whole thing with Pocket Pair and Pal World. So I'm just saying, we can play this game if you want to. It's not gonna work out for you.
Think about it this way: if you had a group that consists of millions upon millions of people that are actually willing to be spit on, that consent to be spit on, and they're just emptying out their wallets for you, and they're not showing any respect towards themselves, their, the company that they worship. They simply just exist there to give you money.
You describe both the Nintendo and PlayStation fan bases in a nutshell. Well, not fan bases, fanboys, I should say. Sorry about that, Nintendo and PlayStation fan base. You guys are cool. It's just that you have too many of you who are willing to, slurp the schlong of their favorite company.
Would you not accept the money that they're trying to give you? Would you not accept that? Let's be.
Look, if I were in charge of a gaming company and my customers want a game that is reasonably priced but, fairly unique, and I can offer that, I'm going to give it to them. And what would I price my game at? Probably like $25, probably even 20. Like, yeah, I will do a whole Silk Song thing. Because it's not about whether or not that they're willing to give you money. It's more so whether or not you're willing to give them what their money is actually worth. That's the thing you're not understanding here. Like, a company can give their customers whatever, but if they're not willing to give them what their money pays for, then yeah, they're in the wrong. It's like PlayStation. It's like Xbox. Alright? This whole freaking raising prices after 5 and 8 years is a shitty thing to do, especially in this economy. So, like, come on with this bullshit.
Be honest here. Nowadays, in this economy and everything, everybody needs more money because the world.
Let's stop right there. You're saying everybody needs more money. Okay, so what? Tell me, why does the billion-dollar company need more money? Why do they need to continuously squeeze every cent out of its consumer base? Tell me why this company needs to constantly nickel and dime people for shit that should have been free. Like, please tell me. Because it's bullshit and you know it.
The world is entirely messed up. I'm not going to get into politics or anything and why the world is messed up.
Oh, wow. A furry who has fucking politics. What the fucking do? I'm so excited to hear them. Look, if you want to know my whole political structure, I don't care. Okay? I make fun of the left. I make fun of the right. I don't give a shit, okay? I'll even make fun of independents who fence sit. But let's get one thing straight here. I want the economy to be better. I want people to get paid. I want people to get their money. I want people to be able to feed their families. All right? I want to be able to safely walk down the street so that way I can go to the store, get whatever I need, and then after that, I can fuck off to work and not have to be seeing freaking prostitutes and fucking pimps out here fucking trying to sell me something when I don't want it. Alright? I don't want my streets infested with that bullshit. But it's been infested with it for years. Am I saying Trump can fucking make everything better, make it all go away? No. Can he try? Absolutely. He can absolutely try. Will I knock him for it? Absolutely not. Not because he's just my president, but like at least he's doing something. All right? He's trying to make sure that people are safe. People can live to see another day. People can raise their family. Their children can see adulthood. They can try to be something. They can try to make something of themselves. All right? That's where I stand.
But we're just simply talking about Nintendo here. And I think if you had a legion of a whole bunch of Nintendrones that are just
Now, you heard that correctly, right? Remember what I said. Remember what I said about the term that he was going to use, right? He was going to use that term, and he's making it seem like as if he's not one himself whilst literally playing either freaking Scarlet or Violet. I don't know which one. I really don't fucking care. But mind you, he says Nintendrones, right? Listen to him. Defend Nintendo. But still trying to claim as if he's not a Nintendrone himself. Let's continue.
just have their wallets open and their pants down for you. Would you not? I mean, would you not just accept their money? Like, I'm not. I mean, I can defend Nintendo on a lot of things, right? Because
I can defend Nintendo on a lot of things, but I'm not a Nintendrone.
At the end of the day, it doesn't affect me. It's not affecting.
It doesn't affect me, so therefore Nintendo did nothing wrong. My guy, it will affect you. Because people like you, the Nintendrones, who will continuously buy the slop that Nintendo puts out, do you know what's going to happen? Everything will get more expensive. Every game will be worse than the last. And they will tell you to accept it. You will eat the bugs, you will live in a pod, and you will be happy. It doesn't affect me, therefore Nintendo did nothing wrong. Dumbass, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect everyone.
The non-Nintendrone kind of person. They're not. It's not an evil company. They're not doing anything evil or malicious.
They're not doing anything evil or malicious. Hang on.
As far as I'm aware.
Okay. They're not doing anything evil or malicious as far as you're aware. Okay, then you want to talk about the whole Nintendo Switch 2 bricking situation? You want to talk about the whole suing Pocket Pair and trying to patent gameplay mechanics that they haven't been patented ever since, their games came out? So you're going to tell me that them trying to patent summoning a creature and having it fight for you is somehow a Nintendo invention? When there are two games that predate Pokemon? Like, you're really gonna sit here and tell me that? Really? You're really gonna sit here and tell me that Nintendo isn't doing anything evil or malicious? Just look at what they're doing to Pocket Pair. That's all you need to see. And if we're gonna be using evil in the context you're using it, yes, they're fucking evil. Like, what?
Aside from some of the ESG propaganda in their games, of course, I'm not, talking about that stuff. I don't see that too much.
Well, this is definitely the first time I'm fucking hearing about this, because I haven't seen a damn thing about Nintendo including ESG shit in their games. Like, I've seen Xbox, I've seen PlayStation. I've even seen some games on Steam. But Nintendo, no, they've pretty much had, like, some of the cleanest slate against that kind of shit, like, I've ever seen. So, if this is true, I'd love to see it.
Much, honestly, in Nintendo games. So, I think the people that are calling Nintendo evil are the same ones that complain about them taking down a transgender flag in Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Now, that was something I literally had no idea even happened, and if that's true, I'm gonna look it up later just to verify, but I never heard of this. Hell, the most I've even interacted with the Smash community was me saying Steve was a wasted fucking character slot, and come to find out, a few months later, he's tournament banned. Pretty much indefinitely. So, toxic little dickheads in the Smash community. How do you feel now? Anywho, that's besides the point. Never heard of this whole removing the trans flag in Smash Ultimate. Never heard of it. And if that's your talking point for saying Nintendo is evil in that sense, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, sure, nobody fucking likes it, but at this point, I'm not saying it's not important, but who cares?
I think that's the same kind of person that's calling Nintendo evil. Like, you see all those videos that people make where they're like, "Oh, this is the most evil company of all time because they're willing to take money from people." Hey,
No one is saying that they're evil because they're willing to take money from people. Like, we already know all of these companies want our money. But it's the way that they are trying to go about obtaining our money, right? Like, listen to me on this. It's the way that they're going about trying to obtain our money that we have a problem with. And also what they're doing behind the scenes. You'd know this if you decided to actually research it for once instead of just hopping on, hitting record, using gameplay, and then just trying to defend Nintendo tooth and nail while trying to claim that you're not a Nintendrone. Okay. This is... Ooh, I wish I had a Modelo right now.
just a pro tip, guys. Pro tip. Every company wants to take your money. I don't think you understand this. I don't know if you know what a company is. Do you actually think Funko Pop, the company Funko that makes...
Let's get one thing straight here. I don't really like Funko Pops. I don't really care for Funko Pops. My cousin's got probably a few of them. I'd rather stick with figurines. I have Jury from Street Fighter V, by the way. Also Farah and Mercy from Overwatch. But that's pretty much as far as I'll go for, figures. I'd rather have, like, an opposable figurine that I can, manipulate myself and put into any position I would like than just have a Funko Pop just sit there with its black, beady, soulless eyes staring at me into the freaking voids that contain my soul. I'd rather just have something with either one or two facial expressions or be opposable and just have a singular facial expression. Not like a fucking tiny little bump of a nose and black soulless eyes and no mouth with a big ass head and a small ass body.
These Funko Pops, do you think that they're your friend or something? If you look at your shelf right now and you show me all of your Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons.
I only have one pair and one pair only. And they are the only pair I'm going to get. Because if they wind up fucking up, then oh well. I better hope I can find a fucking controller then. Because outside of that, I'm not using my Switch. Hell, I don't really use my Switch at all anyway. Or any of my other consoles, like my PS4, my Wii, my PS3, my OG Xbox, my Nintendo 64 down there, my Series S, my Wii U, or the two PSPs I have somewhere around here. So yeah, I have a lot to work with, but I mainly play on my PC.
Your Funko Pops, your soy lattes, your
You know, I don't really want to talk about anyone. I don't really want to hear anyone talk about soy lattes and shit when you literally have a persona. The definition of soy.
hair dye you have sitting on the shelf. You're gonna look at me in the eyes. You're gonna look at me in the eyes and tell
Said the one with a persona that is multicolored.
me that these companies that are made for consumer cattle are actually your friend. Are you actually serious? Are you I think Nintendo should accept more of their money. I think they should have charged
It's not about Nintendo accepting their money or not. It's literally about how they're trying to go about doing it. That, like, what is so hard to understand about that? Like, I'm seriously wondering what's going on through your furry little brain that makes you think that we're blaming Nintendo. Oh, wow. Oh, good. Something to drink. So I can actually, in real time, by the way.
You could drink the rest of that. I got me some beer. Yeah, I just got that.
Whew, Amsterdam hits the spot sometimes. Alright, let's continue on with this video so I can continue roasting this fucker.
$750 for the Switch too. I think they should have. I think they should charge $120 a month for you to buy Nintendo 64 games that you don't even own, and if your subscription runs out, it gets taken away. I think that's genius. I think that is the most genius thing.
I think that is the most genius thing while claiming to not be a Nintendo. Fascinating.
That they've ever come up with. I'm gonna be honest here, man. If you put me in charge of the company, I'll be charging $1,200 for the next console.
Now, mind you, he says that, oh, if I were in charge of the company, I'd be charging $1,200 for the console. Well, have fun running that company into the fucking ground. Because ain't nobody buying that shit.
Built ones cost $12,000, so instead of buying a new car...
Ah, of course, console fanboy. Who would have guessed? You see, you always see these console fanboys try to make this argument that, oh, playing on PC costs too much money. My PC was going to cost $750. I got it for $680. I don't know how many fucking times I have to tell this damn story. But if I'm going to continue to tell this damn story, I'm at least going to tell you that PC gaming can be as expensive or as cheap as you want it to be. Do not let these motherfuckers gaslight you into thinking that PC gaming is oh so expensive. You could literally PC game on a shoestring budget and have room for games on top of that.
Or something like that. You know, just buy buy our next console. Buy our next console for $1,200. You can think of
Yeah, it's $1,200 for freaking AI generated frames and suboptimal freaking 30 FPS. Fucking absolutely fantastic deal there. Definitely not gonna get my money's worth with that.
about it, man. Are they evil because they accept money? That makes a whole lot of companies evil if they're just willing to accept money that's blatantly.
Holy shit, accepting the money is not the fucking issue. It's how they're going about it. Like, holy hell. Like, I know I called freaking PlayStation fanboys the Apple users of gaming, but I might use that term for people like you. Just scratched my mic. I might just use that term for people like you, because you are so willing, and it's obvious that you're willing to, because you're playing Scarlet or Violet. I don't give a fuck which one. But you're playing a Nintendo game, defending Nintendo, and you're talking as if you aren't a Nintendrone when you are. And you're just willing to accept that Nintendo is overcharging and overpricing for shit that should have come with the Nintendo Switch 2 and should have been free. You're literally trying to convince me and anyone who watched this video that you're not a Nintendrone. You can see where Nintendo is coming from, but you still won't even think, not even one iota, about the consumer. You're not going to think about the consumer whatsoever.
Consensually given to them. Remember how shocked everyone was when the PS3 first came out and they revealed the price for it? Does anyone
Yes, and that pretty much made the PS3 dead in the water until the end of its life cycle. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows this. The PS3 was shit until the end of its life cycle. Anyone who was playing on PS3 is willing to admit that. I wasn't. I was on 360. Did it suck to have to pay for online? Hell yeah. But you know what? Fun times. And the only brag you guys had was, oh, we get to play online for free. Yet your servers were ass. Like, are you really gonna sit here and tell me that, like, oh, the PS3 being like, what, 600 fucking bucks back in 2006? Like, that wasn't a fucking dumbass decision? Why do you think so many people switched over to the fucking 360 then? To play games like Call of Duty, to play games like Halo, to play games like Gears of War. Like, what are we doing here? What are we saying?
remember how insane that was? And now nobody's questioning it. All their consumers, all the Nintendrones, the normies, they don't care. Normies don't care. That's why they like these yellow paint kind of games that handhold them like movies. They're just basically watching a movie.
You literally just described PlayStation fanboys in a nutshell. Not even Nintendrones. Just literally PlayStation fanboys in a nutshell. You explained them perfectly.
These normies, they'll pay whatever price just to see something move on a screen that are like moths to a flame. They're like insectoids looking at a bright light, things flashing on a screen. They don't care how easy it is. They don't care to come into your hobbies and ruin them. Like, they just want to pay to watch flash.
Oh boy, I don't know how much more of this. How much more of this? Okay, I got 22 seconds. I got 22 seconds. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. Just 22 seconds more. Just 22 seconds more. Okay, so let's get this straight. Let's get this straight. All right, let me take this back a little bit.
Go on now. Like they just want to pay.
All right, so normies don't ruin my hobby by just paying for games. Normies don't ruin my hobby just by paying for games. Holy shit. Okay. All right. Okay, let's refute this one. Normies just buying slop ruins my hobby.
Yeah, I'm here, babe.
And the reason why it ruins my fucking hobby is because they will be the reason why games and hardware are more fucking expensive. It happens to consoles, it happens to PC, it happens to graphics cards, processors, RAM, and even motherboards. For the console side, it happens to accessories, hardware, and software. Normies just buying video games for the sake of buying video games will ruin this hobby and price people out. Are you fucking serious?
To watch flashing colors on a screen. At the end of the day, that's why open world games exist. That is exactly why open world games exist.
Open world games exist for you to explore the entire world. They exist for you to explore, to talk to, and interact with everything in the world. It's not just flashing lights and pretty colors all over a open world game. I mean, we can look at Skyrim and freaking Elden Ring as examples. How we can look at Oblivion, Morrowind. We can look at Fallout 3, 4, and freaking 76. Like, what are we doing here?
Exists, and that's why Nintendo only makes open world now. Because normies just want to walk across an entire field without.
So they only make open world now. So then please explain to me what the hell Donkey Kong Bonanza was. Because it's not an open world game. Okay, that like, so we're just gonna ignore freaking Metroid. We're just gonna ignore Fire Emblem, Mario. I'm not even talking Mario Kart. I'm just talking about mainline cookie cutter ass Mario games. Like, what the fuck? And you call yourself Based Gaming News. What news are you reporting on? How to be a retard? Then you're doing a fucking bang up job by my standard.
Without doing anything. That is the truth. That is the absolute truth. And you know what else is the absolute truth? Jesus Christ. God bless everybody.
Oh, okay. So he... Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so we got three things in one. We got a furry, we got a Nintendrone, and we got an evangelist. Holy fucking hell. I am truly hoping you guys enjoyed this fucking video, because what in the absolute fuck did I just listen to? I'm so glad there's a spliff rolled up to my left, alcohol to my right, and a man in a banana costume on my TV. Good night. Have a good day, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed me roasting this fool.